A special thank you to each of our subscribers who make this channel possible. Here's today's story. The G20 summit in South Africa has concluded with a significant joint declaration that emphasizes the importance of multilateral cooperation among the world's major economies. Despite the absence of the United States, which boycotted the meeting in Johannesburg, leaders from various nations gathered to address pressing global issues such as climate change and economic inequality. South African President Cyril Ramaphosa, who presided over the summit, expressed optimism during the closing ceremony, stating that the agreement reflects shared goals that transcend national differences. The summit marked a historic moment as it was the first G20 gathering held on the African continent. Over the past 3 years, Indonesia, India, and Brazil have taken turns leading the summit, and now the baton will pass to the United States, which is set to host the next summit in 2026 at former President Donald Trump's golf course in Florida. One of the most notable aspects of this summit was the joint declaration adopted by the attending nations, which underscored the need for collaborative efforts to combat climate change and address economic disparities. However, the declaration was not without contention, as the United States chose to abstain from the summit due to a controversial narrative surrounding the treatment of South Africa's white minority, a claim that has been widely discredited. In his closing address, President Ramaphosa emphasized the resilience of multilateralism, stating, "We've met in the face of significant challenges and demonstrated our ability to come together, even in times of great difficulty, to pursue a better world." He also expressed his disappointment over the US's decision to boycott the summit, but asserted that the gathering was a success in advocating for the interests of developing nations. Brazilian President Luiz Inácio Lula da Silva downplayed the absence of Trump, asserting that multilateralism is more alive than ever. Meanwhile, German Chancellor Friedrich Merz criticized the US's decision to abstain, noting that it reflects a broader realignment of global connections. The summit also addressed ongoing conflicts around the world, with delegates reaching a consensus on the need for just, comprehensive, and lasting peace in regions such as Ukraine, Sudan, the Democratic Republic of Congo, and the occupied Palestinian territory. This inclusion of Sudan was particularly significant, as noted by Sudanese commentator Saeed Abdallah, who remarked that it brought the Sudan conflict to the forefront after years of neglect. Despite the challenges posed by the U.S. boycott, the G20 summit concluded with a renewed commitment to tackle global issues collaboratively. The declaration emphasized the necessity of climate action and gender equality, highlighting the need for unity among nations to address these pressing concerns. In a controversial turn of events, South Africa's President Ramaphosa rejected a proposal from the U.S. to hand over the G20 presidency to a junior official, instead opting to formally close the summit himself. This decision further underscored the tensions between South Africa and the U.S., particularly in light of the accusations regarding discrimination against the white minority in South Africa. The U.S. White House spokesperson criticized Ramaphosa's decision, suggesting that it undermined the founding principles of the G20. South Africa's Foreign Minister Ronald Lamola responded by stating, "From us, the ball has moved. We are done. It's up to them. If they want to come, we are available." As the world looks ahead to the next G20 summit in the United States, the outcomes of this year's meeting in South Africa will undoubtedly shape the discussions and dynamics of future gatherings. With key leaders like Russia's Vladimir Putin, China's Xi Jinping, and Mexico's Claudia Sheinbaum absent from the summit, the stage is set for a complex interplay of international relations as nations navigate their commitments to cooperation and development in the coming years. That's all for this story. We upload videos every day covering many different subjects, so hit that subscribe button to stay informed. Thanks for watching.